Hello there, my name is King Steve and welcome to my take on the Vanilla One Block Challenge. What is it about? Well, it's a Minecraft survival challenge, except the world is one grass block. And that's pretty much it. No cheats, no glitches, no switching versions, and no mods. And yet, there are so many things we can unlock, so many progress to be done, and trust me, I plan to push this world to its absolute limits. So, without further ado, let's dive in. And before you ask, this is what happens if I break that block. Yeah, let's not do that, shall we? Instead, what we need is a plan. So, to progress, we need to get more blocks to extend our little platform. And there aren't 1,000 ways to do it. We need to get mobs to spawn on our block, kill them, and hopefully obtain useful stuff from their remains. The question now is, how do we get mobs to spawn here? Mobs can only spawn more than 24 blocks away from the player. That's not a problem. I can jump in the void to be far enough for a monster to spawn. The issue is that if I go too far from the monster, it will eventually despawn. To prevent that, I simply need to get my health bar down to 2 hearts or less. Then the void will insta-kill me without any mob despawning. Okay, I now have a question for you, dear viewer. Which mob is going to be useful for me? If you watched other YouTubers making their own attempt at this challenge before, maybe you guessed the zombie with a shovel. If we were in a snowy biome, we could collect snowballs with the shovel and craft them into snow blocks. But I am in a forest, and it doesn't snow in forests, so I will not be doing that. Instead, I will be killing spiders to get strings to craft wool. Getting the spiders isn't that complicated. The hard part is killing them without pushing them into the void. To do that, we need a weapon that is able to one-shot them, that is, a bow enchanted with power. So, we just need a skeleton to spawn, pray for his bow to be enchanted, pray for the enchant to be power, and then we can farm spiders. And this is where things are getting interesting. When you look at the Minecraft wiki, we can see that both the probability of mob's weapon to be enchanted and the levels of the enchantments are impacted by a stat called Clamped Regional Difficulty, or CRD. And CRD value simply increases over time. And after a few calculations, I realized that with maxed out CRD, getting a skeleton with a bow enchanted with power is actually 4 times more likely than getting a zombie with a shovel. Well, let's start the actual challenge, shall we? So the first thing I actually do is nothing, because I have to wait for CRD to reach its maximum value. So I just loaded the world and actually slept for 10 hours of AFKing. As you can see, it is day 34, and even though the local difficulty is not at its maximum value yet, the clamped regional difficulty, which is the second number here, is at 1, which is its maximum value. Now, to deplete my health, I simply need to jump for 20 minutes, and then I will slowly die of starvation. Once I am at less than 2 hearts, I can jump in the void, and immediately after, I make a backup. Yes, I will be using backups.
because if I didn't, every time I would want to get a mob to spawn, I would have to jump for 20 minutes straight, and with backups, I can do this every 8 seconds, which is much faster. To make things faster, I can tell using the F3 screen if a monster has spawned or not, so I don't even need to respawn to check if there's a monster on the block. And more than 5,000 attempts 12 hours later, I got a skeleton with an enchanted bow. There is a question I haven't answered yet, that is, how to kill the skeleton. First of all, as you can see in the replay, I made a backup on the death screen as soon as I saw a mob spawn. This way, I can reload the backup and wait for 10 minutes so that the sun can rise. As I am dead, the skeleton is not loaded and it won't get damaged by the sun yet. When I respawn, I can let the sun burn the skeleton to death. I simply need to quit and reload the world every second or so that the skeleton doesn't have the time to charge its bow and shoot me in the void. Then, once it has next to 0 health, I punch him to death, so I get the kill credit. And by repeating this again and again and again...
Oh my god. Oh my god. Power 2. I am so lucky. And now what? Well, we do it all over again, except for spiders, not skeletons. I just need to make sure to drop my stuff on the ground before jumping off my block again.
3 hours later.
Oh, monster alert. Let me just make a backup. Ooh, nice! First spider. Now I just need to load the last backup I made, and then I can wait for the sun to rise, because during daytime spiders are not aggressive, so it will not push me off my block. Oh my god. This works, like this strategy works. That's insane. I just need to kill this spider again until it drops 2 strings, and then I can continue. Nope. 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 Wait a minute. I just realized something terrible. No matter how many times I kill this spider, it will always drop 1 string and nothing else. Because mob drops are seed predetermined, which means that if I create another world with the same world seed, the first spider I kill will always drop the same thing, the second will always drop the same thing, and the third, and the fourth, and so on. And you might ask, why is this so bad? Because if I am unlucky enough, it might take me 8 spiders, 10 spiders, 12 or more to get my first wool or my second wool, which would take ages. And I cannot do anything about it, because it is already predetermined. From the moment I clicked the Create New World button, from the moment when the world seed was generated, and no amounts of backups can help that. So what now? Well, I say, so be it. I already progressed too far. I have the hardest thing to obtain, the bow. I cannot go back now. I cannot start all over again. I have to see this through. And so the grind began. Again. For hours. Hours that became days. Days that became weeks. But I could see the progress. I got my second spider, my second string, my third, my fourth spider. And finally, I got it. The first block of this blockless world. I cannot believe it. I have a second block. And it only took 50 hours, which is not even that bad. So, what's next? Repeat. We repeat those steps until we have enough blocks.
And so I started grinding again for mobs to spawn, for spiders to spawn, for a skeleton to spawn, so I could kill them to get arrows to kill the spiders. However, there was one thing that was very different from before. I had 2 blocks for mobs to spawn, and for some reason, it made the process almost 4 times faster. And so, relatively soon enough, I was able to place a 3rd block, and then it made the process 6 times faster, and a 4th and a 5th block. And yes, the process was very long, repetitive, and boring, but it only got faster and faster and faster.
Okay, I just wanted to show how much progress I have made on the wool platform, because I've made a lot of progress. This is a small platform where I will be able to grind spiders. Thanks to the carpets and the strings, only spiders can spawn here, and my block here is far away for spiders to spawn. I don't need to jump in the void anymore, which is very nice. Obviously, I still need to complete it, but it's very nice. And also, I got a lot of cool stuff from monsters. I got this diamond armor from a zombie that spawned with full diamond armor, which is insanely rare. And this enchanted spear, enchanted sword, and this very nice power 3 and breaking 3 bow with a lot of durability, which basically means that those power bows are now useless. And as I was farming more spiders, this happened.
Huh?
Oh my god. How? How did you manage to spawn here? In this kind of challenge, Wandering Trader are a literal godsend, because they are the only way to unlock so many crucial resources. Its downsides is that he spawns very rarely, especially when he has very little blocks to spawn on, unless you are very lucky. And boy, I was extremely lucky. This Wandering Trader spawn attempt only had a 0.2% chance of succeeding, which is mind-blowing.
Uh-huh.
This Wandering Trader has the most rage bait trades ever.
Uh-huh.
He has everything I need. He has the perfect trades, but I don't have any emeralds or anything to sell yet. However, he still is very useful in a very different way. You see, when the sun sets, the Wandering Trader drinks an invisibility potion to protect himself from the hostile mobs. And when the sun rises, he drinks a milk bucket to clear the invisibility effect. And when you kill a mob that holds an item, such as an enchanted bow, spear, sword, or here a milk bucket, it has an 8.5% chance of dropping the said item. So I carefully trapped the Wandering Trader and using backups killed him again and again until I got the bucket. Nice. Well, let's go back to farming spiders. After a few more spiders killed, I managed to collect enough blocks to build the ultimate spider grinder, which is right behind me. How does it work? It works by using the incredible stupidity of the spider's AI. You thought villagers were stupid? You are so not ready for spiders. Basically, this is what happens inside a spider head. A player. Let's run towards the player, hit the player, kill the player. Oh, a wall. I want to climb the wall. Climb. Whee! Puff. This farm being crazy fast, I managed to accumulate a lot of blocks relatively quickly. With those blocks, I built this platform, which has a good enough surface area for wandering trader to spawn, and thanks to the 24 blocks radius rule, it is completely safe from hostile mobs. At this point, I had a routine of waiting for the night to kill spiders and get more blocks. Very occasionally, a wandering trader would spawn, and I would despair because they don't have the good traits. Kill them to get their buckets, and repeat that again, and again, and again, until now. Okay, as you can see, I have a slight inventory issue. Obviously it is full of blocks, but also full of bones that I got from skeletons that were burning to death. I got nice things as well, like I got these ender pearls from endermen that were dying to the rain, and thanks to the trader llama, I was able to make a bundle to store precious items. Notably, this iron ingot that I got from a zombie. No way. Well, I guess thanks, Lady Luck. Which will be very useful in the future. But the point is, I can't farm any more blocks because I don't have storage, I don't have wood, I cannot make chests. So I need to do something with those blocks. And so I built the thing, which is this very weirdly shaped platform that serves three purposes. Firstly, it is much bigger, so wandering traders should spawn more frequently. Secondly, it's still small enough to be completely safe from hostile mobs. And thirdly, the stair structure I used will allow me to get back the blocks later when I will need them. Oh my god. Yes! Oh my god. Finally. After so much waiting, I was finally able to sell the milk buckets I got from the other wandering traders and get emeralds. Of course, with 4 emeralds you cannot buy much, but it was more than enough to buy 8 logs of spruce wood. And with that, I was able to get the most overpowered block in all of Minecraft. That is, the crafting table. Hello there. If you are still here, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you have any questions, well, I am preparing another video to talk about the behind the scenes and other strats I had with this challenge. So post your questions in the comments and I will answer them. See See you soon, hopefully.